Hi, this is Jacqueline here. Thanks for joining me. I'd like to talk about transport for special needs youngsters, children, and older children from home to school. This year, there's been quite a lot of issues. I've heard from organizations that many parents have faced quite a lot of issues from their councils. I don't really know whether it is just the council that I'm in, which is Kent County Council, or whether it is something that is UK wide. I believe it may be UK wide because there's been quite a lot of budget cuts. Now, I applied for my older son, and when they are 18 plus, they enter into the adult section. Straight away, things do change quite significantly. And specifically to do with this transport, I applied, it was rejected. I appealed, it was rejected for a second time. And the letters that I was getting are actually automated. On two occasions, I got the exact same letter. The emails do not really explain to you. It's not like a person. It's not like a person is writing to you. You're not going back and forth with one specific person. It is just somebody, I believe, sending the exact same generated email, which is quite frustrating. So I just want to tell you how to deal with that email. When you get that email and you have got a rejection for transport for your child, you need to either call the education department in your council and ask them why the transport was rejected. They need to explain, because in this specific email I got, it said that the person had not made a progress and therefore they did not find evidence for them to actually be able to get some transport assistance to and fro to their new college. That is not true, because this is somebody that has been accepted to a school. The new school has actually written an email because I did request it from them. They were very helpful. So you need to get in touch with the new school. If the young person has got a school to go to, the school will assist to writing an email. To be honest with you, the school were far more helpful than the social worker. And because with the social worker, you go to them, I went to them, and they sent me back and said that is not for them to actually look at, that is the department for education to actually look at. They don't deal with it. Now, I totally understand it and I get it, that is not their department. But if social services for disability team are for the welfare of the young person or the child, then surely them getting transport to go back and forth to school is actually part of their welfare. Now, this is the letter I wrote to the social worker to actually tell them that I wasn't particularly happy with the way that they were sending me back and forth. And I put it to them that if indeed they are there to look after the welfare of the young person, then they should ideally intervene and write an email. It was only at that point that she said to me that I should send her the email that I got from the transport department. Only at that point. So what I'm trying to say is that you need to sometimes push and insist, both with the social workers and with the education department, for this specific issue. Eventually, I wrote back a long email to the education department telling them that actually I had already submitted my application, and I put in there an acceptance letter from the college saying that my son was ready and due to start. He sat at home from September until after the half term in October. That is when he went back to school. So that was really quite a real challenge for him, throwing the routine out of the window. So write a letter. Don't accept an automated email, because you will email, you get it automated again. You email and get it automated. Don't accept it. Officialize it. appeal for it. And eventually, by God's grace, they issued the transport to him. So the point I'm making, again, is to encourage parents to actually insist, keep on, go back and forth to your social worker, hear what they have to say. If they send you to education, go to education and insist that your child is being affected, and they do get affected because their routine is changed. At some point, they can't understand why they suddenly don't have a routine. Remember that your child has a right to be in school until they're 25. The special needs young person can keep going to college for further education until they're 25. So you need to know your rights with regards to that, because if you don't know your rights, and you may give up, because the idea for them to actually keep rejecting is for you to just give up. And we are not giving up on our children. We really aren't. So you are strong. I encourage you to continue the advocacy for your young people and your children, because if we don't, there's nobody that can do it for us. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this topic has really been helpful. If you have any questions, please post them. If I'd like to hear from you. You have comments, not just questions. I'd like to interact with you. Thank you so much. If you're new here, please, and you like the video, please subscribe, share the video. And until next time, I'm Jacqueline from The Empowered Parent. Thank you so much.